Are you guys ready?
Through the white thunderstorms, we ride on the back of our truckers in a fearless stride. Sons of gold, hearts made of fire, conquering lands, fueling our desire. Roaring engines and lightning in our eyes, united we stand. Strength won't compromise. From the east to the west, we sail and we roll. Beneath open skies, the promised land where our spirits arise. We battle the storms and tides of the sea. Now we've arrived in the land we're meant to be.
Smash that like button, people. This is the Dragonship. What's going on, everybody? We have a full crew today. Before we get into anything, we had some super chats, I guess, from 2 weeks ago that we forgot. Yeah. Mike Steele is going to read through these. Let me bring him solo here. Let's kick this off right, Mike. Let's give a shout out to these people that support the show.
Absolutely. We do have a pre-show super chat that is not bookmarked, so we will read that here first. From Reconciling Siege, $2. Thank you very much. Shout out to our new shield maiden, Debrava. And so we've got
Odin.
Oh,
my sound effect's not working. Sorry, dude.
Oh, I think we got this one here. Here we go. Is that? There we go.
And then we have the big pile of super chats from 2 weeks ago. Here they are. Let's zoom in a little bit here. All right. First, Danny Arnold, $20. Can we get an Odin for $20, Danny Arnold?
You know, I gotta give him a special.
That's what matters.
Thank you, Danny Arnold. Damn fine episode. Damn fine indeed. Just throwing in a little something towards that cookie jar. Skol, brethren. Next up, Jacob ITW with the $10 super chat. Thank you very much, Jacob, for that. I'm saving up for my Class A CDL so that I can become a groundman. Is there any entry-level jobs that I can apply to in the meantime that'll give me experience in the lineman field? Thor, even if he's not here, maybe you could answer that for all the viewers.
Sure. I mean, absolutely. I mean, while he's waiting for groundmen, there's lots of opportunities, heavy equipment operators. There's also laborers that you can apply for. And one interesting one that's out there is every line crew in just about everywhere you go uses traffic control. If you become a traffic control tech, you will be intimately involved with those line crews, and you can network with them and find the opportunities you need to push yourself forward into that line of a career. Yes, you're going to be holding flags, you're going to be putting out cones, but it is a way to actually get yourself around those folks that you want to establish a career in. So if you're thoughtful about that, think about those things. Come on over to becomedurable.com and check out my course on how to become a powered lineman. Where do I start? And there's a lot of tips and tricks like that in there. It's really reasonable, and it's all written down for you as well as in video format. So that's just a couple ideas. Get into traffic control, or get hired on with, say, an excavation crew that's digging for the poles or the bases for the power line work. Those things will get you close. Yeah.
Thank you very much for that, Thor. And now, Culture Club USA with a $20 super chat.
Wow.
Culture Club USA, thank you very much for that generous donation. Enjoying the program, Glenn DeBrava. I don't know what DeBrava is. Maybe Glenn can fill us in on that when he gets back. And lastly, Monsieur Chouk Le Penta with the €2 super chat. Merci, Monsieur Chouk the Painter. Never take the issue of your health lightly, though. Ho, ho, ho.
What was the topic 2 weeks ago? I don't think I was on that show, but
that's one where we ended slightly early due to technical difficulties, so we wanted to make sure and catch up. So it was all.
I think it was
a really good one.
I think it was a nuclear blast
Yeah.
that interfered with EMP.
Anyway,
I'm not pointing fingers because I mean that happens with fat fingers, but but I just wonder what the topic was that time. But okay,
the ghost of Glenn Lawrence. Let's just say that.
We're lucky to have our help, right?
Yeah, exactly. But you know what? That's super cool, guys. Remembering that stuff, and really, our chats, our listeners. I mean, that's what makes us inspired and gives us, a lot of encouragement to continue these streams. We have tongue-in-cheek talks. We talk shit and we enjoy ourselves and we pass on good information. There are some guys here that have a ton of experience and guys coming up. Paul has done amazing podcasts. I see huge things for him, every guy on this panel. And guess what? Everybody that's in the chat, there is a way to access this through the Beer Club, the Dragons membership. If you want to be a guest on the show, there's a few things you need to do. Come on in here. HUDs can point you in the right direction, and you can have some fun here too, interacting with everybody. Nuke, everybody came up kind of the same way, and they're amazing individuals passing on crazy good information and having fun at the same time. A rising tide lifts all boats. So be sure to subscribe to everybody.
Let's get to 400 concurrent viewers today. Let's see if we can do it, guys.
Yeah, we almost got it last time.
So guys in the chat, share it on your timeline, share it in your Facebook group, share, so we can get up to 400. That's the record.
Yeah.
Set that record.
Yeah. Last week's episode was the most watched episode of the Dragonship, I think, of all time. At least on my channel alone.
Everybody. Yeah.
I was like, holy cow. It definitely went up. So let's get into the topic today, guys. What even is a situationship? I got the idea for this, and this was based on my stream Wednesday, which is Stop Saying Partnership. And the reason why I wanted to do that stream was I had a gal that we follow each other on TikTok. She goes by Green Cowland, and she did a video on TikTok about how she doesn't understand why we can't say partner, right? Because all the guys in the red pill space are like, stop saying partner. It's not a partnership, And so she did this video about it, and one of the things she said, she's like, "Well, look, if you're in a situationship, if you're in this kind of whatever thing, I don't know what to say, so it's just easier to say partner." And I'm like, first of all, situationship's not a fucking thing. Like, let's just squash that right now. So I wanted to bring this up, guys, because what even is a situationship is a word that it's only been around for a couple of years. And so I looked it up on Urban Dictionary, right? So let's go through some of these definitions first. Situationship. This is what this person says. Let's just chill, have sex, and be confused on the fact that we are not together but have official emotions for each other, right? Like, what the fuck is that?
Friends with benefits.
Right. Yeah. Okay, so then we got this one here. Situationship, when one or two motherfuckers take part in a relationship, but out of fear of making things serious or messy, do not label it, leading to said relationship ironically becoming more serious and messier.
I actually think that's probably true.
And it says here, a situationship is emotional trauma in a gift box.
Jesus, that's the best one.
That's fucking awesome.
Shout out to Simple Freak.
This one here says situationship, a relationship that has no label on it, like a friendship, but more than a friendship, but not quite a relationship. What the fuck? It says, me and this guy have been talking for 6 months now. Friend, are you guys together? It's like we're together, but we're not. It's more of a situationship that's happening. Like, what the? It's delusion. That's what this is. It's fucking delusion. And this one here, and then we'll move on. Less than a relationship, but more than a booty call. A situationship refers to a romantic relationship that is and will remain undefined. Like it's like people just want to fucking complicate things, don't they? Like
this reminds me of almost the issue that guys get into when they destroy, or when the couples are kind of in that spot, Paul, where she's looking to get out with her hypergamy, and all of a sudden an affair occurs. She gets caught. He gets a hold of her. Is like, "What did you do? What were you thinking?" She goes, "I don't know. It just happened." It seems very similar to something like that. It just happens. I have no recourse. It just happened to me. You know, I didn't have any responsibility. Saying there's a situationship abdicates some responsibility to having a relationship, I guess. I guess it's a way to say, is it a way to say friends with benefits, but in a more modern and clouded term? So
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like we have terms for some of this stuff already. We didn't need a new term. The situationship is just delusion. Look, Huds, you want to say something about it? I could tell you're
no,
bro.
Dude. Oh my God. When it comes to situationships, like, yeah, you're right. It's all it is not communicating. It's if you are unable to communicate effectively in a relationship, then it's a situationship, and it's a lack of accountability for what's actually going on. So when you can say, "Oh, like we're still together, but it's a situationship," then it kind of gives that plausible deniability that, yeah, you may just be kind of being a hoe right now.
and me with my IT background, when I hear something like situationship, it makes me think of incident. So it's like, oh, I got a call. We got a situationship in IDF 37. Switch 45 in rack 10 is down. Like, that's what I think of when I hear situationship. Like, we need to run some new cables now.
Yeah. AJ, what do you think about situationship?
I think, and this is my opinion on it, the term situationship is to make friends with benefits or spinning plates sound a lot nicer to fit the need and the language of the more politically correct.
Okay. Yeah, that actually makes sense. Yeah, the way I was looking at it when I was doing my stream on Wednesday was, okay, if you're a girl and you think that you're in a situationship, oftentimes you're just a plate or you're a side piece. You know, it's like she's trying to lock the guy down, and he's like, let's not put a label on it, because he's still, exercising his options. Alternatively, if it's the guy who says, I think I'm in a situationship, first of all, you're a pussy. And then second of all, she's banging other dudes. She's usually keeping you on the hook while she's waiting for a better option to come along. That's what I think it is. What do you think, Jack Napier?
What does Jack Napier think? By God.
Have you even heard of the term situationship?
I have heard from it, but only online. So in my humble opinion, it is just friends with benefits, but for a longer duration. That's kind of it. Very simple, very boring. I know.
It's friends with benefits when you develop feelings.
It's like I'm fucking him, but he's not meeting my parents. It's kind of that.
Okay.
So sorry, no long-winded rant or anything. It's just very simple.
It's bullshit. It's bullshit. Nuke, you got good opinions on this kind of stuff.
Well, whose problem is the relationship? It's not mine. Like, who defines the relationship? At least at first, it's not the guy. So who cares what she thinks it is? I had sex. Will you be coming back? No? Yes? Okay, cool. Just let me know. And it's really that simple. Just like you just said, this is overcomplicating things because women relationships are almost like entertainment to women. The situationship is like their little kind of like Netflix show in real life of how their life is going. So when a girl says situationship, oh, I'm in a situationship with a guy, she's saying that I'm defining this in a way that makes it more exciting and interesting. As a guy, who cares? Like, I don't care. Hey, are we hanging out Thursday? Yes. Okay, let's do this. And that's it. That's all it is for a guy. There is no situationship for a guy. There are girls that are on your program and there are girls that are not. And that's it. And I know it's a little callous, but I'll present it to you like this. You probably busted your ass in your 20s or are in the process. You got jacked. You learned game. You learned a little bit of red pill. You consulted guys like Huds and me and anyone else in this group. You did the work. You planned the date. You dressed nice. You learned how to dress nice. You did all this work just so in this one moment, this girl could agree to go on a date with you. And she shaved her legs. She did all these things for you too, right? But after you do that, you charm your way. You pay for the drinks. You plan logistics. You get her back to your place. You have sex. Which, and honestly, you're probably going to be doing most of the work at the first night of having sex, right? Because girls, no matter how sexually confident they are online, they are pretty shy on the first go. And then you have to either walk her out right after or have her stay at your place, right? So you're spending even more of your time with her. And then now you're going to go through the work of defining something. That's her problem now. Like, you already did the work. You already did your part. Like, let her decide what it's going to be, right? Because the thing is, guys want to have this ego where they want to legitimize women that really don't take them that seriously either, right? This is a two-way thing where girls most of the time are going to be the ones to decide whether it's a situationship or not. They're the ones kind of, hey, I don't want this to take this guy seriously. And it's hard for a lot of guys to see that, because that's the biggest thing when I consult guys is, hey, I had sex with this chick and I gave her flowers, or I had sex with this chick and she said that she loved me or she liked me, but I'm only seeing her once a week. And I'm like, yeah, because you pay attention to her words, not her actions, right? She defined the relationship. Actions are a way of communication for women, right? That's how I see communication for women, is actions. So if I've had plenty of situations where girls were like, I like you, you're the best, but I only see you once a week. What are you doing on the other 6 days? I haven't met your mom. It's been 4 months. And I'm like, oh, she defined the relationship. Cool. I'm going to go back to work and seeing other women and living my life. So, yeah.
So what do you think of this? You see the gynocentric social order changing language constantly to really shift accountability away from themselves. So with something like a situationship, which is pretty broadly announced now by young single women and women that have been divorced and they're later in life, is it because they defined dating as serial monogamy so strongly? And now that we're entering a place where friends with benefits and really polygamy is starting to become more normalized, and they're trying to conceal it with a situationship so they don't have to define any further. I'm doing something, but I can deny or I can delude myself about whatever it is, because dating, as when I grew up, Paul, was you would date multiple people to find a person that you could make a main plate and or potentially marry and have a family. The purpose of carrying on the species. That has kind of lost it in the last 5 to 10 years. I've seen with all the things we've done, all the places we traveled, is dating for women has become, as soon as we date, we're now exclusive. This is a big deal. Is this a response to them backing off of it possibly and saying situationships rather than we're dating? I don't know. I'm just kind of throwing stuff.
I 100% agree with you, Thor. I think that it's a way to not take accountability, as I was saying. Like,
I was about to say the same.
Like that, it's so confusing because it could be multiple different types of things. And when it's multiple different types of things, it can't be clearly defined. And when it can't be clearly defined, then you can't be judged.
Yeah, I would think so too. Yeah, I think so too. You can't judge me because it's a situationship. I don't know. It just happened.
Well, it's a popular term. So it's a household term now. Like, whenever there's a new Overton window shift, this is one of them.
It is.
The first thing that happens is it becomes a household term. Situationship, you tell it to the average person under 40. They're like, oh yeah, I know this. And that's what, I had one a year ago. That's what, and it's defining what it's always been.
I think your mic just
Dropped.
unclipped.
Really? Hello? Test,
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
You're good now.
That
All
was
good.
Yeah. So basically, she's trying to define something, but I think it's also an ego thing, right? It could be two things. I want to protect my ego from hey, the fact that I haven't been able to lock this guy down. So he just kind of, a lot of women call it a situationship when she realizes this guy's not settling or he has other women, all that, or it's an ego thing because she has to settle for this kind of relationship while her friends, are doing Christmas dates together, matching pajamas, and she's still, kind of settling for a kind of normal, like friends with benefits situation and all that. But honestly, like, I don't think men should really worry about this stuff, right? Like, relationship will always be her problem, and you are the one that pushes the yes or no button. She's the one that has to show you, hey, I'm the girl. And the fact is that now most girls don't want to be in relationships at all. Not at all. Nothing.
Yeah, it's kind of a protection. Definitely, I can see that as a shield.
Yeah, and the fear is from male expectation, right? And that is ultimately what the situation is. Situationship is. If you define it in red pill terms, it is a woman that wants all of the comfort and all of the benefits of a boyfriend, but without any of the male expectation. So Rolo talked about this on his show last Sunday, and it's basically the way going forward that women are showing humanity, us, men and women and everyone else, is that, hey, I'm afraid of male expectation. I don't want to get with a guy and then get dumped at 30. I need a way to kind of hack the system. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to just do one night stands because, women don't really like one night stands. But I'm going to meet a guy that maybe he isn't the perfect guy that I want, that I deserve, that I'm entitled to. But sex is okay. He takes me out. He charms me once in a while. I feel comfortable. And then once I find a guy that I like, I'll go try it out. It's probably going to fail. And then I'll come back to him. We call those comments. Like they just Hallie's comment, so that's I don't want to deal with male expectation. That is what
it's like. Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier about it. A lot of it is a woman's just with a guy because he's sort of like, there and available, and she's just waiting for something better to come along. And if that's you as a guy, and you're thinking that it's some kind of serious relationship, like you're
screwed. Yeah,
you're screwed, bro. And what you're saying, Nuke, a lot of guys don't understand this because a lot of guys are trying to lock women down. They're trying to push for exclusivity. That's like, I would say 97% of guys out there are like, so are we boyfriend and girlfriend? And
that's all the consults. It's the ego.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Oh,
I see that too.
It's a bad thing. And so it's like, bro, if you really want to use, Breifeld's law and hypergamy to your advantage, you need to wait till she brings up exclusivity. And if she doesn't, then she can call it, like you said, Nuke, she can call it whatever she wants to call it, and you're just going to have fun until she's the one that brings it up. It's not your job. Yeah.
And it's gonna drive you crazy because, like I made, it's very important because this is what's destroying men, right? There's two subsets of men right now that are struggling with women. There's a 30% that don't get laid at all, right? Those are the guys that hate the red pill or black pill, whatever. We don't really care about those guys unless they put in effort. Then we're like, come on, we got you. Let's trade some notes. There's a guy, the guys that I consult sometimes, right, are like normal guys, right? They are handsome guys, right? They are normal guys with good jobs. The problem is that they fell for the situationship woman playing house, right? A girl comes in, has sex with them. It's really good sex. She's hot. She cleans, she cooks, she does all these things for him, and he mistakes it for genuine burning desires. Like, oh, this girl's so into me. And then the ego, your male ego, tricks you and saying she's all mine because she's sweeping my bedroom, or she does that thing in the bedroom that I like. And the guy, his ego is like, she's mine now. She disappears for 6 days. He's texting her, hey, what's up? Let's go hang out. She's like, oh, fine, let's hang out. And then to her, you're just a guy she sees once in a while, gets a free dinner and hangs out. And all she has to, and then she gets her I want to be a girlfriend vibe kind of like feeling and need from you. and you see her as the woman that you're going to marry, and you see how that mismatch is wrecking men. And a lot of guys are applying their own sensibilities to the women. Like, listen, bro, unless she stops you one day and says, "Hey, I know you have other girls. I don't want to share you anymore. What are we?" Then you get to make the decision. But until then, just have sex. Don't worry about it. And she's going to leave. If it's been like 3 months, she's going to leave any day now, right? She's going to find a guy that's a sucker or better than you, right? And this is where the ego comes in. Like, there are girls that find guys better than you in her eyes, right? So deal with it. It's just part of life. Welcome to casual dating. Welcome to 2024. You're going to get hurt. Yeah, it's just part of life.
It's her loss.
Nuke, could this kind of be a forerunner? I mean, all the modern women, you know, they're getting such intense simpery displayed to them, and so they're absorbing it all, right? So part of the situationships taking advantage of the simpery that's out there. I have a sense that the amount of simps out there is overwhelming the marketplace, and at some point, I do believe that is going to come crashing down. I'm seeing edges of it now. Are you guys seeing stuff like that? I mean, the trickle thing. I'm seeing pieces of that, and just like any market, Paul, when there's too much of one thing, the value goes down. Right now, that simp value was high. Everybody rushed into OnlyFans. The situationship is an ego protection, so you, in some ways, delude yourself into taking advantage of the simpery that's out there, right, Nick? What are you guys' thoughts on all that? Maybe.
I think Mike's got a loud keyboard. That's all I can think of it right now.
Agree.
Sorry.
I think the simpery is, even though it's at an all-time high, the value of itself towards the girls, as long as they're not putting out, is still high to them because, again, attention is coin of the realm in girl world.
Yeah. As simpery increases, though, and the pools go down, if it stops, you'll see the price of poon collapse even further, I would think.
But I think that's the thing. Like, women don't typically, like, older women typically don't lead younger women in the right direction.
No,
because they're jealous about that. So even if the amount of married women is going down, like, if they're not going to do anything about it or to teach the younger generation about it, then nothing's ever going to change. It's only going to get worse.
It has to. You did see in the last 2 weeks the release of the U.S. birth rates, the lowest ever recorded. It is now just past collapse point, and that's including immigration. Guys, don't take my word for it. Look it up. It's a fact. It's down to 1.61.
Jeez.
That didn't happen overnight, and that's with immigration. So,
yeah, well,
get ready for the ride.
I think the first step for men to understand is that women don't care about the collapse. They don't care about the birth rate collapse at all. Zero. They don't. They would rather just casually date men for the rest of their lives than have children with a man they don't absolutely are excited about.
Yeah.
And the ones that do, it's almost like it was an accident. If you guys pay attention enough, most of the births now are just accidents. It wasn't a woman constantly trying to get this guy to get her pregnant. It's just like, oh yeah, it just happened, right? But in terms of the simping thing, right? You have to understand, like, girls already have jobs. They don't need us for money at all. Nothing, right? And if they have a job and they still need more money, they have their dad or they have the simp bucks, whichever way they get it, right? So they don't need our money for anything. What they need from us is excitement, right? If you are an excitement broker as a guy, you need to go out there and wow her some way. It doesn't have to be the same way as any other guy. You could be a musician, or you could be very smart, or you could be very charming, or a good dancer. Whatever you are, you have something to offer women. You just got to work on yourself. But what's going to happen with this with the situationship stuff is that women are mad not because they are okay. So the younger women and the older women, right, are almost like two different factions because younger women have an extreme amount of power, right? They have so much power, they don't know what to do with it. And I had this point in my last show where whenever there's a huge technological advancement, right, people don't know what to do. They come up with theories. They come up with predictions of the future. When the atom bomb got discovered, how many people do you think sat on their front porches with their family and said, this is what's going to happen now that humanity can destroy itself? with all these predictions, right? No one knew. And even the smartest people
They
were
thought
like,
they were going to ignite the atmosphere and destroy the world with one
exactly.
bomb.
Everyone was like, we don't know what's going to happen. Same thing with birth control. Same thing with the transistor. Same thing with the automobile, the plane. Whenever a big technological advancement, there's going to be doomers that say it's the end of the world. Now we have social media, godlike power. Women hold most of that power because women, all they have to do is just take a picture of themselves and have access to so much things that could improve their life and destroy it, right? So as a guy, you need to navigate this very carefully. And one of the ways guys get destroyed is that women have all this so much power, and our men are so replaceable to them in their mind, right? Not in reality, but in their mind, that when you start looking at a woman's actions, right, there's only one way to know that she's really truly for you. There's only one, right? And is she actively trying to prove there is no other men? And that is the difference between a situationship and I really like this guy. Is she trying to prove to you, hey, is there anyone else? No, I swear to God, I'll show you. And one of the ways you'll see this is you'll start dating a girl. She'll say, hey, I have a Miami trip planned later this year. And then time goes on. She's doing the right things as a girl. And she's like, hey, I canceled my Miami trip. And you're like, why? You were so excited for that. Oh, no, I don't know. I'd just rather spend it with you. She is communicating to you, I'm consolidating on you. There is no one else in subtle ways, right? That is the only way you know you're not in a situationship.
That's fair.
Guys, let's acknowledge some chat. Look at all the folks in the chat. It is building. Here we go. Please like and subscribe to every one of the gentlemen on here. They all have YouTube channels. They do this because of their conviction and enjoyment in life, and the maximum of a rising tide lifts all ships, and they are that rising tide. Guys, I see every one of you, Danny Arnold, Generally Specific, everybody. Enjoy everything you do. Please keep chatting in there and subscribe to everybody here. Appreciate that.
Let's also get to these super chats. We'll let Mike handle these.
Yes, sir.
Rusty Fuel for the guys,
bring it back up. There we go.
Stop.
Oh, me. me. I was moving the mouse.
Rusty Fuel with the $2 super chat. Rusty, as always, the best type of fuel in here, supporting the Dragonship every single week. We appreciate you. In the old days, we called this leading a girl on. But can't a girl also lead a guy on?
Most girls are leading guys on, even if they're fucking the shit out of you. Trust me. Trust me.
Yes, I agree.
And we appreciate that. Next, we have a $10 super chat from Reconciling Siege.
Good question.
Reconciling Siege, thank you very much for the support. We actually have a two-part answer to your question. So, question from Mike Steele. Thank you. Mike Sartain talks constantly about how awesome Vegas is for men and that every man should move there. What's your stance on Vegas, and what specific men is Vegas awesome for? That's a very interesting question. And so the first part of the answer is, I would tell you that similar to Los Angeles, only without the suck, the return on investment you get from Vegas as a man is going to scale exponentially to your social circle and your income. So if you're working at McDonald's making $8 an hour, Vegas isn't going to do much for you. It really won't. But once you start hitting 6 figs or going above 6 figs, and you say you're in real estate, commercial real estate, residential real estate, property management, convention administration, like working with resorts and hosting conventions, or like what Mike Sartain himself does, working with club promotion, or what Rolo did back in the day. If you know, you know. Those kinds of businesses and careers are going to get you a high ROI here in Vegas. And then, of course, if you make high income, you can then leverage that income to get you into places like the clubs and the shows and start mingling with high-level people here in town. Yeah. For the second part of your question, we can answer. Paul, actually, this Monday on his channel, is interviewing none other than Mike Sartain himself, the man, the myth, the legend. So, if you really want the most accurate answer to your question, not just from me, little old Mike Steele, then tune into Paul's show this Monday. Paul, if you can post the link there in the chat.
Already done.
Awesome. So click that link, bookmark it, and tune in this Monday morning for his interview with Mike Sartain. And I'm sure Mike Sartain himself can tell you all about what the benefits are to living in Vegas as a single guy.
Is it pre-recorded?
It is pre-recorded, but we do talk about that. We do talk about why.
Otherwise, I would want you to ask him about the Paul McCartney conspiracy theory.
Oh, I wish
apparently Mike Sartain is very, very much into conspiracy theories, and he did something about the moon landing, and I tweeted once at him like, "Hey, now do Paul McCartney." He did like it, but he never went into it. Like, oh, come on, man, that would be fun.
Good job,
like I said,
BP.
most of these guys in the sphere, like I'd love to talk to them about anything but the sphere.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of important too, though. We should do an episode on that sometime because that is kind of an important part of brotherhood. We've talked about that here before. Hey, real quick,
conspiracy theory episode.
Yeah. Hey, real quick. I see George Bruno in there, and he made a really good comment. Yeah. I mean, George, if the guys are up for it, I would not mind hearing your take on that. Being an older man, similar in age to me, having that kind of experience. If that's the case and the guys want to, I can drop a link and you can chat.
Oh, please. I would love to talk to the Sultan today. It would just make
I'll message it to him on Twitter.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do that and see. If you're watching there, George, happy to have you for sure. Yeah.
And one last super chat before we get back to the topic at hand. Reconciling Siege with the $2 super chat.
Oh, that's my job, right? I'm hitting the thing. Here we go.
We're doing good.
Hey, yo, even though Paul's a total jabroni, I'll watch anyway. I'll watch anything he does. He's a jabroni. I caught him with my mother. I caught him with my sister. But you know what? Bygones be bygones. At the end of the day, it's in the past. I'm going to watch this guy. You do the same thing. Tune in Monday.
I'm a jabroni with the belt. Okay.
Are you a jabroni with a belt and you're going to have another challenger soon? Wow.
Let's get back on topic here so that Nuke can rant some more. So I came up with I asked my good friend ChatGPT to give me a list of 10 situations that might be considered a situationship in today's dating marketplace. And ChatGPT said, "I got you, fam."
More like woke GPT, but let's hear it.
Woke GPT gave us these things, right? So the first one here is an undefined relationship status where both parties spend significant time together, but there's no clear label or commitment. This lack of definition keeps the relationship in a state of ambiguity. What do you think about that, AJ? Situationship?
I'd just say it's a clear lack of communication and boundary settings. That's like back to the whole spinning plates and friends with benefits situation. You guys aren't moving forward. You're just having fun. Fuck it. Like you put in your book, the 3 Fs. Facilitate, fun, and fuck. That's literally all that's going on there.
Yeah, and going back to what Nuke said, whose job is it to define the relationship anyway, right? It's her job to lock you down as a guy. So,
well, it's also funny because like with the last chick that was kind of slowly becoming my main, that kind of brought up the exclusivity, then had like that mental break. We're still great friends. We've slept together a couple times since then, but it's like, no, we'll just maintain a friendship. If we get horny, we'll just go knock one out if we're both available. That's how I view that first one right there as well.
Good job, son.
Yeah, just knock it out. I like that. What do you think, Huds? Situationship?
Oh, dude, I got a good story about this. So with this girl, the girl that I'm with now, when we first started dating, we didn't have that conversation yet. And you kind of wait for the girl to bring it up, and then you can define from there, like maintain that control. And so she had found out that in that period of time where she was exclusive to me, but I wasn't exclusive to her, she found out that I had been with a couple other people, and it really, really, really hurt her. But You know, it goes back to the point, and that's why we still don't. It didn't linger. It wasn't a huge. It was a huge fight, but it didn't go on for too long. Is because you didn't define it. We weren't anything yet. So if there's no definition of what we are, then I'm casually dating, right?
Yeah, that's what I would call it, right? We're seeing each other, we're dating. It's not a situationship. It's not a fucking thing. Like, stop. It's like you're putting on a label on something that doesn't have a label. So you're like, it's like the absence of it's like a label vacuum. So they're like, well, we got to label it somehow. Well, it's already got a label. It's called seeing each other or dating, right? Like,
exactly.
I don't know. What do you think, Mike? Is that a situationship to you?
I think we've pretty much decided that none of these are situationships because situationship isn't a thing.
Yeah. Well, no, we still have a lot of time to kill, though, Mike. So come on, don't end the show now.
I mean, you got more Chat GPT bullets to go through, right?
We have 10 of these. Yeah. Let's go to the next one then.
Yeah.
The next one is an inconsistent communication. There's no regular pattern of communication. Sometimes it's frequent and other times it's sporadic with no clear understanding of why it fluctuates. What do you think, Mike? Situationship?
It sounds like the guy in that one, the guy's fucking the gal and she's not getting the emotional intimacy she wants out of it in exchange for the sexual intimacy that she's giving him.
Okay. Okay. To me, it sounds like friends with benefits.
Yeah.
You occasionally, what AJ was talking about earlier, like you guys don't have consistent communication, but whenever you guys are free and want to knock one out, you get together and fuck, right? Like that's not a situationship though, right?
It's friends with benefits.
Friends with benefits, spinning plates, whatever you want to call it.
Fuck buddies, yeah.
So how about this hypothesis? When a woman says she's in a situationship, I almost guarantee that the man is in no way at the top of his game or even close to a dominant masculine presence. Because when that happens, that woman is not going to say that at all. She's going to use lockdown language. What do you guys think about that?
I would agree with that. If she thinks that you're her best possible option, she's going to want to consolidate on that best possible option.
So if you hear her say publicly situationship, you know exactly where you stand.
I've been in that situation. Oh, just calling my boyfriend. It's like, what? Excuse you?
Let them do it, and then you just correct them with a little bit of BDSM discipline properly, and it'll be okay.
That's a spanking.
Yeah. Well, yes, sir.
That's a paddling.
I mean, hold on. I got to address this. The term situationship is a code for women who can't lock down a guy. Be very careful with thinking like that, my friend. I am telling you right now again. When women are leading on men, especially the ones that they're fucking. If she's fucking you, she's leading you on to an extent, right? You have to have enough mastery to say whether this girl disappears today or I have her every day for the rest of my life, I'm still the same guy. There is no cope. There is no revenge fantasy. There is just paddling from Thor. But you need to stop getting like this revenge fantasy. Like if she doesn't have sex with me or she does, or it's cope, it's not cope. Listen, after she leaves your apartment after having sex with you, she's giggling like she's going to her friends. What did you do? I just saw Nuke. Okay, let's go out to brunch together and talk about One Direction or something. They don't care. You're like, you're not that important, dude, and that's okay. And you don't want to be that important, right? This is the new thing. There is no cope. There is no revenge fantasy. There is no like my buddy Jack there on the bottom, because he's the power bottom of today's show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Take on 6 men at the same time. It's
narrated.
Like, oh my god.
Yeah. He narrated a book called The Menu, and The Menu had the story of Cappy's actuary. His name was Fred. Rest in peace, Fred, right? It's a sad story. He had everything. He had a good paying job. He was jacked. He was a handsome guy. He had beautiful women. He was traveling and having sex with beautiful women, but he ended up taking his life. And one of the reasons he took up his life is because he fell for the woman playing house. The woman would have sex with him. The woman would treat him like a boyfriend. But since the women weren't committing to him, it made him very depressed, right? And that's what we're trying to stop here. Stop with this whole morality. If a woman's she came over, you're a man, you have a sex drive. She chose you to have sex. You have sex with her. Anything beyond that is her problem. Whether you're the best or worst guy she's ever had sex with, still hit. There's a reason we guys say doesn't matter, still beat, still hit, because it's the truth. It doesn't matter what happens. She can't unblowjob you. You won, bro. Just win and be happy. Go back to your life and go stream with the dragons or something, and have fun. But don't
Nuke,
let it go.
The double gok.
Oh,
I think
we got another,
your post
we got
the other
another
day.
power bottom here, guys.
We got another power bottom. Yay.
Yeah.
Nuke, I think your tweet the
Look
other
who
day
it is.
was eye-opening for guys, where you're like, pretty much the only thing that we are for nowadays as modern men is genetic material and fun, facilitating fun.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
girls do get attached to you, right? Girls do that. We're humans. We love. We love. We have connection, right? But don't lead with that. That comes like way down the line where you start appreciating the person more for, like the human connection, right? But don't think that your job here is to support women financially or to be their rock at first. No, you are a fuck machine. Act like it.
You are a goddamn sexual tyrannosaurus.
And if that,
You
and
are
if that
supposed to love her.
and my final thought, and
Treated
if
her
that
all
bot-
her needs, Nuke. You're
yeah,
supposed to do all that stuff. What's wrong
if-
with you?
and if you being a fuck machine for a hot woman bothers you, makes you emotional, maybe you were raised to be a woman because that's how they think when they're used as fuck machines. You are a sexual tyrannosaurus. Fucking act like it.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, there's
Who knows,
Glenn.
by the way, where that quote comes from? Who here
Glenn,
knows?
we got to see you.
Predator.
Face the
It's a
camera,
Predator.
man. We got to congratulate you. Okay, look, man, guys, look who we have. We have the renowned Glenifer Lawrence headed to Cannes Film Festival on the red carpet. I cannot wait to see her dress. It's fantastic. I am
It's
so
gonna
excited.
be
to
cute.
see
It's gonna have a
Glenifer
nice little
Lawrence.
slit for you. It's gonna have a nice
On
little
the
slit
side?
for a little bit of
Yeah. See that love handle portion? Oh, it's so
Is it
sexy.
the dress you wore last Saturday night?
exactly. Exactly.
Oh, that's an awesome dress. That's a beautiful dress.
Well, congratulations on your films being entered into Cannes.
Thank you.
That's a good thing.
Thank you.
I know they'll be doing votes there, so we're gonna keep our fingers crossed for you and see if we can
Well,
get some awards.
there's a bidding war with one, so we're good. We're good so far.
what are the
Don't,
two
don't let it
movies?
get to your head because your head is so huge. I can't imagine it not missing.
It's
it
already
right
like
now.
I had to do like extra neck exercises just to
So support that head
Yeah.
that's gonna grow.
I had to do some shrugs, some really more shrugs. Just the weight of the head just grew. It's just the tip. Yeah.
Just the tip.
So what are
Well,
your
congratulations.
what are your two films?
So Token Choke Dispensary.
Okay.
That is doing really well from what I understand.
Back
They
to plus
just released a new poster, and I can't share it yet. I can't wait to share it. Like, it's pretty fucking awesome. And then Memory of the Heart, where I play a very racist person. So do bad things.
Oh,
Basically, I
Andy
play
here.
AJ in Dallas.
oh nice.
Now.
What?
I know I play AJ on Saturday night.
You're racist, is what he's saying.
What I gotta
No.
tell everybody, Glenn did a
That's new to me.
amazing job last week. I mean, he worked with AJ, brought him out to visit me. We had one hell of a good time. I know that Glenn put a lot of effort into his friends that he did not have to. It's respected, and thanks, Glenn. Appreciate that. I'm sure AJ had a pretty fun time last time.
AJ, you have a good time?
To Mike, to Glenn, and to Thor, last weekend was a blast, and thank you guys so much for it.
Yeah, we all had a
we
good
knocked
time.
the thing off the bucket list, so we're good.
He did things he never thought he'd ever experience, but you made it come
Found himself.
true. You made
He
it
found
happen,
himself.
and he's just a completely new woman.
Yeah, exactly. A makeover, shall we say?
Hey, Jack, I need a new box though.
I
Oh.
understand. I do understand. You need a new box after Glenn, Thor, and Mike completely
It'll snap back in
obliterated your
place.
last box.
It'll snap back in place.
I can't
will
wait to
snap
go
back.
myself. I want to find myself too.
Just,
no,
you gotta
don't
work on
worry.
you gotta
I
work
will
on your
help
Kegels.
you find yourself.
You gotta work on those Kegels. You'll be all right.
Is it
All right,
Kegels or
Nick. Glenn
Kegels?
will help you find yourself.
Do I have to prep?
Potato, Jack.
Do I have to
Nah.
prep first or something?
No, let's just say like
This episode is
anything.
devolving.
this belongs behind the paywall already.
This is what you get when Glenn comes on the show.
Let's get back on track here. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. The shocker. Okay.
I'm already letting AJ know what he's about to expect.
Oh, AJ isn't that short.
Oh wow.
He looks like Gimli from fucking Lord of the Rings.
He fits nicely on the back.
Have you
of
been
the
paying
motorcycle.
attention to X? Me and Jack were going back and forth with Legolas and Gimli memes all morning.
No.
See, there you go. Let's we have 2 super chats here. Let's get to those and then let's continue down this list here.
Sure.
I'll continue down your list.
Wow.
Hey,
Wow.
yo.
Hey ho, hey ho.
All right, here we go.
Reconciling Siege with the $2 super chats. Thank you very much for the support. I think I'll direct this towards Thor because I don't know who he's referring to. Does anyone know how Viking Dad is doing?
He's
I
doing
assume
good.
he's doing well. Yeah, I think Paul's very connected with him, but I see him.
I see him in our Ryan's group chat all the time. Yeah, he's doing good.
Okay.
I see him shit posted on X all the time, so he's doing good.
Yeah.
Well, he's been a panelist here before. I think he's a little busy, and so when he's ready, yeah, you'll see him.
He's not a professional podcaster like
No,
us.
he's a normal dude.
Yeah, he comes on as a hobby whenever.
Yeah.
He actually has a life and a functioning family and shit like that.
Thanks,
And he's
AJ.
actually
Unlike
And-
us miscreants.
And another $2 super chat from Reconciling Siege.
I'm gonna give him this one.
Shame this horse.
Yes.
Nice.
Thank you for
Yeah.
the support. Glenn asking for Mike Steele. Or what is di brava?
She is like the next best thing coming out of New York.
Hmm.
She is the US version of Pearl. Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah. I did a show with her on Monday, I believe. Great gal. Just wonderful gal. Like she is fantastic. We did a show. We spent like almost like 2 hours talking. She's great. She's great. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, that answers that
and
question.
she's Russian descent too.
Do you think
So,
she'll
I
get as much hate as Pearl does?
When she gets the traction, she already has like 50,000 subs. Like when she gets to the level of Pearl, yeah, like she roasts some people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
So the next on this list here, guys, limited public appearances. The relationship primarily stays behind closed doors with little to no public outings or interactions with friends or family. Glenn Lawrence, is that a situationship?
I keep all of them limited, so
I have an opinion on that.
Okay, let's hear that
like,
one.
like I don't bring them out publicly. Why?
Yeah. Let's hear,
I mean,
let's
just
hear
keep
what
them
you gotta
chained
say,
in the
Jack
kitchen.
Napier.
Okay, like isn't that just more of a personal preference kind of thing? Like
Thank
some
you, Jack.
people like some people like to share everything on social media, which is fine, nothing wrong with that. And some people don't. Some people just don't, where it's like, no, I live in the moment. I don't really want to go on my phone and take pictures of everything because I've got everything up here. I do understand, though, that some people want to take more photos, maybe for later on, to look back on it. So I do understand that. But the whole thing like, oh, you don't post me on social media. It's like, yeah, because I don't really care about it.
I believe women respond much better to the discretion. They want you to do that, but if you're
depends on what woman, in all honesty.
Yeah, it
Depends
really
on what
depends
woman.
on the woman.
True.
Like I've had women who
True,
couldn't give two shits about it. I've had women ask me, why don't you post me on social media more? So
yeah.
Like Jack asks me all the time, Glenn, why don't you post me on social media more? I'm like, Jack, you got to wear your black leather jacket.
that is true. That is true. Which
just
I
had this
shall soon
conversation.
receive. It's not a jacket, it's a blazer.
It is a blazer. It is
Really?
a really sexy looking blazer.
Oh my god, I am fingers crossed that it's just a perfect fit because I'm ordering it online, and as we all know, when you order clothes online, of course, there's
a
always
gamble.
something.
It's a fucking
I
gamble.
tell
It
my
sure is.
gals that I don't post them because I'm protecting them, and that usually makes it so they never ask again.
I like that.
I'll go one further. Why the guy doesn't post the chick? He's embarrassed of her. Like he's slump busting her, and he's embarrassed. That's why.
Hmm.
I just go back to Tupac. Every other city we go, we see the same shitty hoe. So why post you?
I disagree there.
In
but that's
different
me.
area codes.
Do you guys know what the soft launch is? Have you guys ever heard of that?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, like when you're just
I've been
testing
in
out the situationship, like publicly, see how people respond.
Like picture
Yeah.
them holding hands or something. Yeah.
Or the second drink.
Yeah. So just gotta when you guys are casually dating, just accept that you're gonna be used as a prop for your girl's lifestyle, and that's okay. That's just what it is. You know, you're just a prop. You know, like I don't
You're like
really
a
care.
fucking Louis Vuitton handbag or fucking
Yeah,
whatever.
you're not that important. Yeah, so just get used to it, and you're getting laid, bro. Just
You're
a matter
an
of
accessory.
Yeah,
I would
doesn't matter.
consider myself more a Hugo Boss, but you know.
Yeah,
A battery-less accessory.
Yeah, exactly. You are a fuck machine. Act like it. You're not her boyfriend or her husband. You know, save that for the guy that she's gonna leave you for, who has to spend 24/7 with her. You get to spend 1 hour a week and then 2 hours of sex.
Beautiful?
Yeah, that's amazing. You know.
Yeah, we don't run on batteries though. We run on sandwiches.
And peace.
You guys eat bread? You filthy carb eaters.
That's what I'm telling you, Jack.
Carnivore all the way.
These carb eaters.
I buy keto bread. Have you guys had the keto bread?
Yeah.
Some
Oh,
of that's
keto
pretty
bread.
good. Some of that's pretty fucking good.
I'm not vegan. I'm vegan, but I eat fish, so that doesn't count. That's
Keto bread has like
Zero
almost
carbs, basically.
Zero carbs. Yeah, I don't
How
know what
do they make it?
I think they make it with like
Well, so this one is made out of tomatoes and
eggs,
tomato
and
bread.
cheese.
It's really pretty good.
I think what it comes down to is net carbs. So a lot of them
Yeah.
have they have a lot of
Sugar
fiber
alcohols.
in them. They have a lot of fiber, so you shit it out. Yeah.
Oh god, you
Let's-
people are insane.
Speaking of shit, let's look at this next one on the list here. We have minimal future planning. There is no discussion of future plans such as vacations or events. The focus is on the present without a clear vision of what comes next. Actually, I just think that's fucking smart.
I do too.
Thank you. Look, it's like this. Look, our time together is our time. Why are we planning things out? Look, when I'm here, I'm here. When I'm not here, I'm not here. So simple as that. Let's just like enjoy the present. Because
Yeah,
tomorrow's not guaranteed. And
If she
neither are
hasn't
you.
tried to lock you down into an actual relationship, don't be making future plans with this chick. Don't.
Yeah.
She hasn't earned that shit yet.
And when they try to, remember how busy you are.
Correct.
You know, like, oh, you know what? I got something going on that day. Me and Jack are gonna do something. You know, I gotta go out to the Netherlands, so I'm not gonna be here for a week.
That's fine. Oh, tomorrow. No, I'm flying off across the world. Sorry.
Exactly. Tomorrow I got my bags packed. I'm ready to go. I gotta go see AJ and Nuke and Dallas. You know, like I'm all over the place.
Completely spontaneous. We thought of it like an hour ago.
They just texted me. I got my boarding pass.
I gotta go. I can't do this.
Hey guys, real quick, 243 concurrent viewers. Let's get this to 300 today. We were very close to this last time. Looks like people like to engage. We're going to engage the chat, and we got more to go through. So, hey, if you're watching this right now, share with somebody. These are great streams because if you notice, red pillars are under attack. We're so damn evil, but what do you see? You see some guys having a great time, lifting everybody's spirits in a positive way. Yes,
Yeah,
discussing
well-
controversial things. However, come and enjoy it. Share it. Thanks.
Welcome to the League of Doom, where we discuss like carb bread and what a Debrava means and things like that. We're so evil. The
Cartoon
Fourth Reich
Saturday.
is coming, people. The Fourth Reich is coming. Oh no!
Are we not Saturday morning cartoons here?
Yeah, we're just having a good old time with the boys. You know?
Yeah.
Them red pill guys.
I know.
Yeah, damn it.
I know.
They're
you see-
impregnating all the women and licking the ice cream.
Oh my God, we're going for the lick the ice cream shit.
Are we evil red pillars?
Oh,
Rod,
man.
is that you?
I know.
Us? The evil red pill battalion.
Those evil red pill guys.
Sounds like Dr. Claw from Inspector Gadget.
I was thinking that, or is it
time?
Did you guys ever see Dr. Claw's face?
No.
There's actually a toy of Dr. Claw that shows his face. Looks hideous.
Oh.
It's probably
Yeah,
more.
it's such a disappointment. Such a disappointment. Look it up, and your childhood will be ruined.
Did you guys see Alex Costello's post the other day blaming red pillars for pineapple on pizza?
Yes.
He's like,
Yes.
are you happy, you red pillars?
Oh, did you see,
That's got to be a joke.
Oh,
Did you
no,
see
he
my
didn't.
latest-
No.
did you
No,
see
Alex
my
is a good
latest
dude.
tweet? Did you see my latest tweet that I just tweeted?
No.
What'd you do?
Let me see if I can present here.
Oh,
What
yeah,
did you
you
do?
can.
Oh, Lord.
Though I do
not a
like
hoax.
Jack Neighbor's poll.
Is it
Are
with
you
that
kidding?
gal
Not a
who
hoax?
said that gaslighting isn't a word?
Oh, what built
Oh,
the
no.
West? What destroyed the West?
It's not a hoax. The female equivalent to I have a job in terms of men and women selling themselves.
There you go.
Nuke destroyed the West. Yep.
Yep.
All by
Like,
himself.
you just gotta lean it. You gotta lean into it at this point. Like it's like getting ridiculous.
It's a green amplify at this point.
Yeah, it's a
Hey guys, you know what? I'm stealing this from base, but I think we gotta stop counting body counts. I think we need to start going for hoodie counts. How
Oh.
many hoodies
Oh, that was a good
They
one.
have
That's
in your
good. That's
closet
good.
that are man size? That's what 5 or more. She's for the streets.
Yes. 5 or more hoodies. You're for the
No,
street.
I completely disagree with that because at my college, the girls used to steal them from the fraternity all the time. Because I went
How
to.
do you
Why
think
do
they
you
got
think
'em?
that
How do you
is?
how do you think they got them?
It's the thought
No, dead ass. I've gotten some of my favorite hoodies stolen from me just because they're in the fraternity house. They'll just go into your room and take it because
So
it's
they-
like it's like
So they're
stole your-
thieves.
They stole
It's
your
rape.
hoodie and you didn't even fuck them. Like that's on you, bro.
Yeah, for real.
That's on you.
I forgot
That is
to
on you.
lock the
You're
door.
a failure at fucking
So,
failure.
so stealing is now warranted. Where it's like, well, it's your fault you didn't fuck her. It's like, well, it's your fault you didn't
It's
shut the
your
migrants
fault,
when you
Hutch.
stole your home.
Take some fucking accountability for not.
All right. It's a big L.
No, I'm
Sorry,
serious.
guys.
You don't even gotta ask them what's your body count. Just go in the closet, just like 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, I'm out.
Yeah.
No, but let's be honest here. You can say a lot about women, but all of them look better in your clothing. Like every time
With no pants on.
Oh, every time a woman wore one of my shirts, I'm like, I wish I looked that good in my shirt. It's like,
Yeah.
Exactly what Leroy says. You
It's
know,
a shirt.
still a red flag. She has men's hoodies, regardless of how many she's attached.
Your
Even if
shirt,
there's
no
one,
pants.
it's like-
That's the best. That's a hot look right there.
even if it's only one hoodie, it's like, yeah, no, different man that's been here. Run.
Yeah.
and also it depends what's on the hoodie. If the hoodie has like
Come dumpster.
no, if the hoodie has
If the hoodie has Paul's red pill insignia, run.
Oh,
She has been used and abused. She is no longer worth it.
are you? Is that a shot at Elena? Because she always wears my red pill hoodie.
if the hoodie has
I got a
like
great,
United
I got a
States
great
Marines,
picture of her with that on.
yeah, if the hoodie has United States Marines or lacrosse team on it, bro, I'm so sorry.
Well, not just the hoodies though. My
She's at the
favorite
train.
is when a
yeah.
woman wears your button up and nothing
Yeah.
else.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah. Those
Yeah.
sneaky gals know exactly.
Every time
They
they
know
steal your goddamn
You know what?
clothing.
I was talking to Sarah, the angry tomato, the raging tomato. She's like, I don't have hoodies. I have sweatpants. She's like, you won't find large hoodies in my room, but you'll find some large sweatpants. I'm like, oh, that sneaky bitch.
What is it when they just
Even worse. Even worse.
Then your theory doesn't
Even
work.
worse,
Glenn.
right, Nuke?
During gray
Had to take her
sweatpants
pants
season.
off. Yeah, to switch to those. So you know.
If you see a bunch of extra large sweatpants running around, it's like, these ain't mine.
Are they
You
all
might
gray?
just be fat. I mean, what are we talking about?
There you go, Huds. She just fat,
You're talking to guys that actually have standards.
Oh,
Okay.
which is nobody here.
Wait. There's standards?
No.
Some
Nuke,
guys
Nuke has
consider
standards. I've seen Jack's taste.
Yeah.
would or would not. That's it. Hey, so let's get to this next one here, guys. Now this one's a
Yep.
good one. Mixed signals. One or more parties send conflicting messages about their feelings or intentions, creating confusion and uncertainty. Guys, this is where you watch a girl's actions and never listen to what
There's
they're
no such thing as mixed signals.
Not when you watch actions. There's not.
That's right. You just take their actions.
Medium is the message, boys.
Yep. It's not what they say, it's what they do. Oh, I want to come over. Then and you're not here, then you don't want to come over.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I want to be on my knees. No, you don't, because you're not on your knees. You're standing up talking to me. Just
Start praying.
You know, like it's their actions.
What could it be referring to the mixed signals men allegedly send?
Yeah.
That
You
could
know,
be
I hear
too.
that. I hear that from clients too. It's like, oh, she's sending mixed signals, and it actually isn't the case at all. Oh, I'll meet you here. I'll do this. It's a lot of flake and a lot of this and that and a lot of round talk. Guys, the mixed signal is a signal of
The medium is the message.
Yes, I'm not really that into you at all, but I want to be nice to you because you could be a potential beta orbiter for if my plan collapses and I don't get what I want. You're at that level, but not at any other level.
The medium is the message. Yep.
Well, and women
Or
think
it's like
it's
you have
mixed signals.
potential, you're just not there yet.
Yep.
I'm letting you mature. I'm letting you kind of thrive. You know, she doesn't want to like completely discard you, and you know, but she doesn't want you. But you have some potential. She wants to see if you flourish.
And that message is super solvable by immediate action. You could fix that right now because as soon as that is removed, the paradox of choice goes away. And if you understand anything about a paradox of choice, when that goes away, that lack or that loss immediately raises your value immensely, quickly.
The best thing you can do is do nothing in those situations.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, she's giving you mixed signals. Well, remove your attention. And
Exactly.
then you get back to Nuke's point where it's like, whose job is it? The girl's job. The girl will let you know in most cases. Are you doing the dab, Thor? What are you doing?
I'm practicing.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
half out of my mind. I'm half out of my mind on drugs. Come on, man.
Let the millennials handle that.
But
my man.
The women think it's mixed signals when a guy does something like that because they're confusing sexual attention for relationship attention.
Yeah.
Well, also it's also when the guy, like, the one thing is like, if you are going to like, oh yeah, I'll meet you at 7, and you keep on pushing it back, oh, I'll be there at 8, like now they're wondering, okay, what's the mixed signals going on here? What is he doing? So you know, there is a level of like, we gotta, like, if we're gonna be there at 7, let's be there at 7, you know, like.
Oh, can I add something real quick?
Of
Where
course.
it's like, wait, because Glenn brought up a funny point where it's like when guys get hung up on her being late, my friend, her being late is not a mixed signal. This is just the world of women. Yeah. They live in the hyperbolic time chamber in reverse. For them, 6 minutes is actually an hour in male world. When she says 6 minutes, you calculate an hour. So if you want her to show up at 7, you set the date at 6. That way, you never have an issue. Yeah. Just
the thing is, girls love playing games, right? They just hate when they lose. That's all it is. They
play Monopoly.
They get more pleasure out of stringing men along and playing these little games than they do sex. Sex means nothing to women, no matter how much we think it does. It's so easy for them to get. They can wake up, press, hey, come have sex with me. They'll have a guy at their door in 20 minutes. They don't care. It's not a big deal for them. What they really gives them pleasure is the fact that they could string a guy along for so long. That's like sex to them, right?
True.
Your pussy to women, like Patrice O'Neal used to say, is your time and attention. When you're giving it away for free or for nothing, you are her hoe. So the same way when you have sex, I'm sorry for the crassness ladies in the chat, but the same way when you're having your
no apologies.
Yeah, when you're having sex with your girl and she goes, you know, like that sound, that's how you sound to her when you're giving her free attention. That's the sound you're making. Because she is fucking you.
She's graping you for your time and attention.
Exactly.
Oh.
You have to see it as when a woman's taking your time and attention and giving you nothing in return, as she's fucking you and you're making that sound. You are becoming her hoe. You are her time hoe. So that is
You're a
Taking it
fucking
up to
trick.
A.
Time
You're a
pose,
fucking
go.
trick.
Damn,
I
You
love
guys are
that
stuck-
time
yeah.
a
Yeah.
red pill movie, Glenn. Time hose.
Exactly.
Let's do it. Time hose.
Time
I was
hose.
just talking to
A sci-fi red pill feature featuring Glenn
Like
Lawrence.
the quote,
and Time hose.
quote King
Do we go
Dre.
back in
You're
time
either a
and-
simp or a pimp.
Do we go back in time and we just like
Yeah, and ruin them. I mean, alpha widow them, and then go forward in time, and then scoop them all up.
It's like Time Cop. It's almost like Time Cop. But
Yeah.
Oh, Time Cop's a classic.
Time Cop was
I
good?
know.
yeah,
Fucking
Time
time
good
hose.
times. Good
Yeah.
time. But
I
yeah,
prefer
that's
Samurai Ninja.
yeah, and that's an image you have to put in your head because that's what's happening. She doesn't take you seriously if she wastes your time, right? So if you guys are in this quote unquote situationship, limit the time you are spending with her as much as you can, right? You may have she may be the type of girl that she likes to have sex with you, but you need to take her out for a drink first, or you need to like watch a movie with her first. You know, she's not gonna knock on your door and be like, "Hey, let's have sex." Like most girls aren't like that. They need that little kind of like kayfabe and a little bit of the just play along. You know, because girls don't want to feel like a hoe. They want to be a hoe, but they don't want to feel like a hoe. So you might have to play along a little bit, right? But unless she's actively trying to prove there is no other men in her life, you know, don't take her that seriously. Like just play the game. They want guys to just get it. If you want to always get laid, play along with women. Stop trying to use male rationale, and as much as you can, limit the time, because if you get into the territory where you're spending like hours with her with only getting sex once a week, you know, you're the power is shifting in her balance, and she's gonna leave. She's gonna get bored. You're like, what am I doing here? You know. So
Yeah, good point. Let's get this other super chat here.
Reconciling Siege with the $2 super chat. Thank you very much for the support. Debrava CC USA is very similar to Jedediah Bila.
Yep.
Okay. That's good.
Let's play this commercial here for Thor. Let me see if I can find it here. Thor's book, and then we'll do one last
Do yours too.
thing
Yeah.
from the list. Yeah, okay, we can do that. And then we'll go around the horn here.
Masculinity is in crisis. What are we to do? We need to acquire a dominant masculine presence. Now available on Amazon. Masculinity is in crisis. Men's masculine behaviors and traits have been suppressed by popular culture. Why has it become so popular to shame, guilt, insult masculinity and masculine behaviors? After 50 to 70 years of this has resulted in a very large subset of men who have become weak, useless, and crisis. Pathetic state for boys and men that leads to depression and violent despair. A dominant masculine presence addresses this very dilemma for the individual man, and it firmly establishes why this is what is desperately needed by the individual man today. In this book, clearly defined masculine traits and behaviors and the emotional durability provided by traditional masculinity are presented as a guide to what every man should embed into his identity. Putting these principles and behaviors into practice will motivate and direct your path step to step to create for yourself an authentic, dominant masculine presence.
Yeah, get Thor's book, guys. It's a really good one. It's
Yes.
on my multiple read list. It goes beyond the whole alpha beta thing. It really encapsulates what men need to try to become in this world.
There is a chapter in there, guys, and it's an opinion chapter. It's called a warning. And I put a whole lot into that because there's a lot of stuff out there that's going to feminize and emotionalize your thinking when it comes to relationships. I know there's a lot of controversy around the love languages, how they're applied. There's benefit, there's pitfalls, there's a lot of things out there designed to keep you confused that it might be well intentioned, but it's sourced in such a way that I illustrate that it is not what your baseline level as a man should be. So take a look out for the chapter called The Warning.
All right. Let's look at this last thing, and then let's go ahead and wrap up here because I have a hard stop. Got to go see Godzilla with my kid today. So,
Hell yeah.
Are you seeing Zero? Are you seeing Godzilla Zero or the new one?
No,
the new one. Okay, Godzilla.
cool.
Yeah.
Godzilla X Kong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Godzilla X Kong. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right. So then we have here Uneven emotional investment. One person seems more invested in the relationship than the other, leading to an imbalance in emotional energy. Situationship. What do you think, Huds? I just see you shaking your head there. You're like, that's fucking gay. Dude.
It's just silly. It's just silly. I mean, the whole thing, like, yeah,
Oh,
like,
silly.
yeah, it's like no shit when it comes to like the emotional energy. Like, again, this is a girl's term. So when she's using situationship, it's like she's emotionally invested, but you're not. It's literally what it is, and she's just hoping that something changes.
Yep, there you go. So basically, she's a plate or she's a side piece, is what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
What you just read there was every relationship ever.
Guys, guess what?
Guess what?
We just hit 300 live viewers, so we finally did it. Congratulations. Thanks, guys, for
I
jumping
see
in.
304. We got
There
the
we go.
Hoagies.
Look at this. Look at
2
this.
weeks in a row.
Fantastic.
Thank you to everyone. But yeah,
Good
Paul,
job.
that's just every relationship ever. Even if it's a 1% difference, one person is always more invested into the relationship than the other person.
Honestly, if you're a guy, you want her to be more invested in the relationship than you do. That's going to be a successful relationship.
Yes.
True. The cardinal rule there, buddy.
That's the cardinal rule, yeah.
It doesn't work the other way around. It really doesn't.
No.
All right. Well, I think we pretty much have killed situationship, didn't we? Like, can we just fucking remove it from the lexicon now? Let's
Please.
Let's end it forever.
In the name of Odin.
Yeah. All right, let's go around the horn. We have a full panel today. Let's go around the horn, and that should nicely tie this all up. Jack Napier, what you got going on, man?
Hello. Let's see. I have my channel in the chat right here. Sorry, I'll move closer to the mic like this.
Let's get
my
sexy.
channel is in the chat right there. I had a pretty exciting week. I did a show on Tuesday about the best methods according to science to train your biceps with a twist at the end that I never thought of to do. So please go check that out if you're interested in that.
It was a good one.
Did Red Evening last night for you Americans, this morning for me with Red Hawk, Governor, and Nick August, because Rob couldn't make it because Rob was doing fire dancing bending business. And tomorrow we're gonna do Post Zero with Nuke, Dante, Red Hawk, hopefully Chat of Arabia, Mish, who else? Archwinger, Rule Zero Dad. I already mentioned Dante. The Dave from the Scarred Thumb podcast is there too. So we're gonna do that. It's gonna be fun. We'll just hang out and shoot the shit like we all do.
Shout you out.
That is it from me. Go please check that out.
All right, Mr. Glenn Lawrence, big time fucking movie star. What's going on?
Man, I got getting over this health stuff finally.
Your hair's looking fresh.
Well, the press. I have 2 films in Cannes Film Festival this year. I'm excited about that. Working on a project that I'm getting ready to shoot in the DR probably later on this summer.
Hey.
Nuke, you want to be our
you muted.
You muted yourself. Wow.
Fat finger.
Fucking wow.
Glennifer.
Such classic Glenn.
Still
I swear.
Still muted.
Don't kill the stream.
There we go.
How about I end the stream?
No,
let's not do that.
We'll be shooting in the
Do not nuke the stream.
This summer, probably late August, early September. We're trying to land Alan Richson, so
good.
I'm in talks with his people right now with that, so it's gonna be cool. Other than that, go check out that stream I did. Thank you, Siege, for dropping in the chat with Culture Club USA with Debrava. It was a good stream. It was a good, fun stream. I'm going to be on tonight, I think, with LFA.
You're gonna go LFA? Okay.
Yeah. Me and him are buddies. We talked a few times.
Yeah, I've talked with him years ago. Say shout out, tell him I said hi.
Yeah, well,
We were on a webinar together.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, me and LFA and a couple other guys are getting together. We're gonna hop on a stream. If you guys want to be cool and smell good and have all those pheromones, I'm dropping the link in the chat to get that tactical soap deal. You'll see the ad at the end. Other than that, still working on some of the final edits for the kind of the documentary stuff that we've been shooting with Thor. So stay tuned to that.
All right. Nuke, what you got going on?
Shows Tuesdays and Thursdays, 7 p.m. Central, game, red pill topics and stuff like dating stuff. Help you guys out. Tomorrow I have Post Zero with Jack. We're going to talk about having a look. You know, Rolo's famous article. We're going to delve into that a little bit, why it's so important to have a look and all that stuff. And then other than that, guys, just follow the Patreon. I have articles in there and stuff like that. And if you guys need a consult, someone to talk to, hit me up on Instagram or Twitter, and we'll set up a time. We'll talk. I've already helped out so many guys. So
yeah, and do it, guys. Duke is a lot more gentle than he appears.
Yeah, I'm a nice guy, but
he'll touch you gently.
Yeah, I'll give you the woman's touch. You know,
he's a good man, but a really bad boy.
Yeah. And the most important thing about situationships, there's just one thing. There's girls you fuck and girls that you don't. Girls that you fuck and girls that you don't. That's all I have to say about that. So,
all right, AJ, what's up with you, man?
I am back in the DFW area after spending the weekend with Thor and Glenn and visited Mike for a little bit. Car is back running, so I'll get back to live streaming here shortly. I'm a regular guest apparently now on Masculine Geek from time to time, which has been very fun with Vince. Next week, I will be hosting the Dragonship, which I'll break out the topic now. I've already gave it over to HUDs to start thinking about our thumbnail. We're going to do approach and frame as a single person versus being an LTR. That's the discussion next week. I think that one's going to be a very good one.
Oh, that'll be fun. Cool. All right. Mike Steele, what do you got going on, man?
I'm just doing my thing here in Vegas. Still contemplating the kind of content that I want to start creating. Haven't really dialed it in yet. But definitely open to suggestions because apparently if I do anything decor related, Glenn Lawrence texts me and calls me a bundle of sticks. But
I say every day. I do that to Jack all the time.
I say that you are a bundle of dicks.
A bag of
dicks? What?
Did autocorrect fuck it up?
Yep.
Damn it.
Thor, bring out the paddle. Time for a paddle.
You know.
But I do have an official statement now. If you check out my socials right there, got the IG and the X down there. I think I know what I am on X now. I'm the guy that comes in to deal the final hit point of damage to take the target down. For instance, Nuke was having a very interesting exchange, I think on Friday with someone, and I came in with like the coup de grace. And it was just so beautiful. This woman was just going back and forth with Nuke. And then finally she said, gaslighting isn't even a real word. And I just came in with a screenshot of dictionary.com. Gaslighting. And I was just like, boom! It's like, you're welcome, dude. And then I run away. It was like, until next time. Ha!
Wait, a woman said that on Twitter. Gaslighting isn't even a real word.
That's literally gaslighting
herself.
Oh my!
The irony.
Oh my god!
The sweet irony.
All women are narcissists.
She didn't treat her situation like that when she was single. So her situationship like that when she was single. She treats her husband like that. So.
I feel like I'm the guy on X who I got all my boys here, and then I see some shit going down, then I wait, and then I come in, boom, and then I back.
I'm the guy that plays the guy that plays another guy.
And then
you guys
I
do realize
you're all
you guys are all cars here, so you understand. This is a brotherhood.
HUDs, you're up, Meg.
So I am deep in the weeds in my second book now. So if you guys don't know, I wrote this book, The First Text. I'll go ahead and throw it in the chat. It's essentially how to spark a conversation on dating apps and actually be successful out there. And I'm deep in the weeds with research and working with some other people to create my second one. I already showed AJ what that cover looks like. And this second one is going to be, it's actually going to be physically published. This is the only physical copy of this book. Otherwise, it's just a PDF. But I'm super excited for it. And it's going to be talking about how to take it, not just opening on dating apps. Okay, we've opened. Great. Now, how do we get to the date? And I really think it's going to be great for guys. I'm doing an entire progression series of how to start the conversation, how to have the conversation, how to have the date, and then so on and so forth. So really looking forward to that. Definitely keep an eye out for that. And then reach out to me on Instagram if you got any questions about dating, anything like that.
All right. Thor, the man that brings us all together. What do you got going on?
Oh, gentlemen. No, I'm in recovery right now. It's going to be head down for just a few more weeks. Just quick update. Radiation stopped on Friday. So I got a few more weeks of chemo, and then it's going to be get some energy back. Working this fabulous new Volhall Studios. I'm going to try to reach out to all you guys, maybe and do a short something to try to get back into streaming again and try to recover some of this energy so we can get some content out there and enjoy our lives as we have always on that rising tide. I really don't have anything more than that. Maybe, come check me out on becomedurable.com and check out what's available there.
All right. Sounds good. And then for me, guys, I too have a book. If you guys didn't know, Thor did the narration for it. I'll drop a link to Audible there. Get it on Audible. Use your next Audible credit and listen to that. It's basically a handbook for life. Tune into the podcast on Monday. My guest is Mike Sartain. You guys may have heard of him. He's kind of a big deal. He works with a guy named Rollo Tomasi. I don't know if you guys have heard of that guy. But they have a show together, a little show called Access Vegas. So Mike's my guest on Monday. So check that out. Other than that, Mike Steele, why don't you hit that soap commercial, bro?
This episode was brought to you by Tactical Soap from Grondike Soap Company, a game changer in men's grooming. Crafted with natural pheromones, it's designed to elevate your alpha status, masculinity, attractiveness, and charisma. Each bar is meticulously formulated to invigorate your sense and leave you feeling confident and irresistible. Unleash your true potential with Tactical Soap and command attention wherever you go. Order now by using the link in the description of this video.